About a month ago, well, gosh, 2 months ago now, we were contacted by Nick Campling of G7th Capos, and he said, hey guys, I need you to keep this under wraps, but we got this new capo in development. I want to send one to you to check out, put it through its paces, and let me know what you think. So Noah and I received these beautiful capos from G7th, and now they look familiar, right? They look like, well, it's just the classic kind of G7th Performance capo. However, this is the G7th Performance 3 capo, and it includes the adaptive radius technology that is employed on their heritage capo design. What is the adaptive radius technology? Well, it's an adjustable pad that, through some cams and some inner workings that you're going to see in a bit, actually adapts to the radius of your fretboard. And after using this for, like I said, about 2 months, I am way impressed with this little beautiful accessory here, because regardless of the guitar that I put it on, I get no buzzing, and it works on any guitar. I mean, I'm talking, it works on my Preston Thompson, the Santa Cruz, the Bourgeois. It works on my Mule, which is a near flat fretboard radius. And usually I run into some trouble on the D and the G strings with other capos because the radius doesn't match. This one adapts. So it's a pretty, I think it's a Swiss Army knife of capos, and one that, you know, one of the things that I'm always leery of is, man, if a capo claims to be working great on everything, does it really work great on everything, or does it just kind of work okay on everything? Well, I can tell you just from experience, this works great on everything. I'm very impressed. I think Nick and Simon have done a wonderful job in designing this capo, and he even engraved our capos. Noah's got one that says NJH,
yeah,
and mine says TP, which are my initials. It doesn't stand for toilet paper. I've been hearing that my whole life, so I mean, that's the first thing Noah said. He's like TP. But anyways, we want to thank Nick and Simon for sending these capos over early so we could, again, put them through their paces, but also just thank G7th for always just raising the bar on capo design. Really, really pleased with these. Now, I want you all to see the inner workings of this capo, because I think this video that I'm about to share with you really has some of the best graphics in terms of how a capo works, where the common problems are, and how the art system actually resolves those problems. I think the graphics are great, and I think you'll have a whole new understanding after watching this video. So let's have a look at, let's hear rather from Simon and Nick from G7th Capo and learn about the new G7th Performance 3 capo.
Hi, I'm Nick Campling.
And I'm Simon Campling. A capo has one simple job: hold down the strings on your guitar without any buzzing. Now, there are hundreds of capos out there, and if you listen to manufacturers' claims, they all tell you they're the best, and they'll keep your guitar in tune. If that were really the case, it wouldn't much matter which you chose, would it?
The fact is, it can't be true. Guitars, like eyes, are not uniform. I can't just go into a store and pick out a pair of glasses and hope that they're going to give me 20/20 vision. They have to suit my eyes, and there's certainly no guarantee that they'll suit someone else's.
Right, but that's essentially what guitarists have been doing with capos for years. When you get home, it might work fine, but it might not, and that's why so many of us have a drawer full of the things.
So why is that? Up to now, a capo typically has a fixed radius string pad, which is forced onto the guitar fingerboard. If it doesn't match the curve of your fingerboard, you get buzzing strings, as pressure hasn't been applied evenly, so you have to apply more pressure, which will inevitably pull some strings sharp.
So what if there was a capo that was somehow intuitive, that would actively adapt to match the curvature over the strings in any position, on any guitar neck? This would give all players full confidence in their capo. If you know you're using the minimum pressure required to fret all the strings, then you know you're actually minimizing the tuning problems at the same time.
Well, that's what we've done. We've called it Adaptive Radius Technology, or ART, and we put it at the heart of our brand new Performance 3 capo. ART is a patented mechanism that enables the capo to match any guitar fingerboard perfectly. Sliding cams respond to the fingerboard and adapt the string pad, making sure you get that perfect fit. Once fitted, the capo pulls down with even pressure to maintain the stability of your tuning.
The Performance 3 still has our award-winning tension control system found in all Performance Capos, making it simple and intuitive to use. You simply squeeze to attach it and squeeze to release it. Of course, guitarists come in all different shapes and sizes too, and we've made the Performance 3 compact, wonderfully tactile, smooth to operate, and it can be easily applied with one hand, whether that hand is small or large. And it can also be stored just behind the nut or on the headstock of your guitar.
So my job as designer is to make things better for guitar players by designing better things. After all, why not? I play too. I hope that the Performance 3 will be a useful tool which helps you to get the most out of your guitars.
So there's the scoop on the new G7th Performance 3 Capo. Now, you all know, as a guitar geek, I think you can also relate. You know, I love gear, and I think this is a great kind of one-size-fits-all capo. Do I like other capos? Yeah, absolutely. I've got an Elliott capo. I love it. I use a Shub capo too, but this one, I mean, just even this last weekend, I was using it in the studio. And I was just impressed that I could change it from one guitar to the next and really not have any trouble, not really make a bunch of tweaks in terms of tuning. Of course, subtle tweaks are always necessary when you add a capo, but what I'm really floored with is the fact that none of the guitars that I put this on, there was no buzzing. And that's something that I was very pleased with, especially in the studio when you're close mic and a guitar and every little buzz, every little nuance is going to be shared via the microphone. It's like playing under a microscope. So cheers to G7th for making such an awesome Guitar Geek accessory. Make sure to check these out. You can learn more about them at acousticlife.tv/AT76. And of course, there'll be links there to visit the G7th page. You can learn more about the capo, kind of get the tech specs and all the guitar geeky details if you want to go that far. So again, thanks Simon and Nick for sending these our way. We appreciate it. One more thing that I want to share. It's kind of a small win. I was really pleased and kind of humbled and really kind of I feel like I've risen to a new Guitar Geek level.
Well,
Nick, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, Nick just didn't send us the capos or ask beforehand if we wanted to see them. No. What else did he ask?
Well, he had asked my thoughts about the capo. And in some email exchanges, he's like, well, if you were to, share a quote about the capo, what would it be? So I sent him some options, and it really all focused around the fact that it created a buzz-free playing experience, which I really value. You buy nice guitars, so they sound good. And he put my quote on the back of the package, which I was like, wow, man, that's something else. So I was like, to see your name, Tony Polecastro, Internet Guitar Geek, on the back of a accessory package is kind of cool. So again, thanks for that. And if you see this at your local store, you can turn it around and be like, hey, I know that guy. We hang out on Tuesdays. Yeah. Anyways.
That is cool.
I'm not trying to be boastful by any means. It's just kind of neat to see. I don't know. It's kind of cool.
No, it's an honor.
Yeah,
that's
it's
cool.
a if there were Guitar Geek Awards, I feel like that's like a Guitar Geek Award.